Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously. Create dozens of quick lists. Display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Swing Trading Show. Today we're Thursday, August 27, 2015. The question bar is open, folks. If ever you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I expect a lot of questions today, folks, especially with the markets that are maintaining the rally. A lot of sectors have started a bullish cycle. Of course, there's a lot of breakouts in several sectors. I'm talking of the resources, mainly coal, copper, steel. Those are really the sectors where we have a lot of rally, especially, and also a lot of stocks in the energy sector as well, because today oil is surging by more than 8%, clearly getting out of its downward corridor on oil. So it's definitely bullish on oil. There's no reason that help explain this rebound here that we have today, or sorry, the pursuit of this rally, not this rebound, the pursuit of this rally on the markets. One thing that could be explained that is, first of all, we have today not today, but yesterday, the Fed chairman talked, and basically I think investors are saying to themselves that the way he talked, it was more dovish. So the Fed might not raise interest rate in September. We know that Chinese central bank injected some money into the market. That is also something that has been positive. So I think the combination of those factors, the comments, the Chinese central bank moves, are helping the market. So right now on the Nasdaq, the new target becomes 4,900. On the Dow Jones, we have not yet went higher than the standing moving average, so we need to go above 6,644. On the SPY, we need to go above 199, so the SPY could reach now 204, which corresponds to this former support on the SPY. And on the TSX, it's really bullish. Actually, the TSX target now becomes towards 14,095 for the TSX. Now, for this, though, what the strategy should favor is that if yesterday you had opened some positions on some bullish ETF, I think today you should be in a great position to take some profit. I give you an example. Yesterday on MarketGurus.tv that you can have access for free for 10 days. We did recommend UPRO. We recommended that ETF as a buy around 52.50. At opening, the ETF surge with the rally on the market. We took some profit on that positions. There have also been several short positions that we have got rid of. For instance, ClearBridge Resources, we have recommended that stock as a short here. We have been able to take run or two round of profit on that stock. Today, with the pursuit of the rally, we close that position because we don't want to actually hold on to a stock that is going to pursue its rally and reaches this downward trend. So it's all about closing that positions while we can, because it reached the price that we recommended it as a short, which was around this area here on ClearBridge. Janus Capital, we did the same thing too, because in Janus Capital, look at this right now. We're testing the 10-day moving average. We're stabilizing. We have a MACD that is showing us the wave of buyers is coming there. We have also a stochastics that is towards the 30% range. So the odds that the stock might break out is really present. So why should we hold on to a short positions like Janus Capital, where we have already taken two rounds of profit on a stock like that? So those are among the many other short positions that we decided to close in our analyst shares portfolio on marketgurus.tv that you can have access for free for 10 days. As I said, the question bar is open, folks. If ever you have any questions, feel free to ask them. It will be my pleasure to answer them. Now, in the next segment, we're gonna take a look at a lot of sectors, a lot of stocks in the farmer sectors, especially the coal sector, the energy sector. So we're going to leave the energy sector for the next segment, but the coal sector, it's really where we have several stocks. Look at Arch Coal, man, really impressive. Arch Coal, wow. Right now we have reached the target on Arch Coal, so the move is over. But if you had that stock at opening, we did recommend that stock since opening on marketgurus.tv. Definitely in a great position to take some profit, which means that if you bought some positions, let's say you bought 1,000 shares on Arch Coal, right now we have reached the target, take some profit in that positions and hold on to it overnight, because you have already taken some profit. And if the rally continues for tomorrow, you'll be able to cash in again on a stock like Arch Coal. Peabody Energy, Consol Energy Services also, look how active the stock has been. Look how it gave several entry points. So really this was the sector or the stocks to be into today, especially with the momentum on the markets. In the next segment, we're going to take a look at some stocks in the energy sector and also some stocks in the steel sector that also performed really well for day trading. Coal sector, there's one question here that Al has. How is it too late to buy Teck Resources? Today, Teck Resources, the news in this company is that they announced they will form a merger, not a merger, sorry, they will combine their project with Goldcorp. So this is some good news for Teck Resources. They will save costs with that. That's a project in Chile. Now, is it time to buy Teck Resources? Well, for swing trading, I probably say not really, because we still have this downward trend that is maintained. But it's time, I think, where you could build up your positions on Teck Resources. Let's say that normally you like to buy 1,000 shares of a stock. Well, on Teck Resources, instead of buying 1,000 shares, I'll buy, let's say, 500 or 300 shares. Put my exit point at 725, right, on Teck Resources. Now, Teck Resources has been also one of the best performers. I think if the rally continues, that's a stock where you're going to be able to take some profit. So you can buy some stock right now on Teck Resources. 725, 740, that's your exit point. I know it's a big loss potential, but that's why I think you should not open a full position, but rather a half or a third of a positions. Whenever the stock make 5 or 6%, take some profit. Now, what targets does the stock have? We see that the clear target becomes 962, 950 on Teck Resources. So whenever you reach 950, it's time to take some profit on Teck Resources. And the other round of profit, it's 1058. And this is something you should take a look at, especially if you're buying a lot of stocks today on the resources sector. We have a full list on marketgurus.tv, so you can have access to that if you make the free trial of marketgurus.tv. Take a look at the moving average, exponential moving average. Put a 10, 30, 250 day. So that gives you the target. So you have a target first at 950 on Teck, and the next target 1077. But you know that at 950, it's the point where you're going to have to take some profit. Also, let's take a look at the energy sector. A lot of stocks in the energy sector are also breaking out. We have a stock like Cardinal Energy that is breaking out. But is it a good breakout? First of all, I'm putting the moving average there, and I see that the stock was unable to go higher than its 10-day moving average. So it tested the 10-day moving average around 1020, went down. So for me, it's not a breakout I'm convinced of. Now you have a stock like Precision Drilling. Small breakout indeed. It is going above its 10-day moving average. Now, what is the next target? 641. So that's the potential on a stock like that. You have an exit point towards 535 on a stock like Precision Drilling. So it's one of the best breakouts according to me. Lightstream, look at this. Went above its 10-day moving average. Exit point 34 cents. What's the target? 57 cents. So for me, those are how you should proceed with the many breakouts that you have in the energy sector. If we take a look here at the TSX on marketgurus.tv, you have so many breakouts in the TSX. Among the 42 breakouts, you have 29 on the energy sector. So the strategy, as I said, is to put the moving average, see if a stock can go above its 10-day moving average, see how far you have before you reach the 50-day moving average or the 30-day moving average, which is in yellow. And on this, you'll have actually the conditions necessary to determine if a stock is a buy or not. So for Teck Resources, this is why it is a buy, because Teck Resources at this current price is above its 10-day moving average. Now you have some potential until you reach the 30-day moving average at 950. And for those reasons, Teck Resources represents a buy. It's a stock that is confirming, that is at a bargain price right now, and where the wave of buyers could allow the stock to pursue its rally. And this will allow you to make some money on a stock like that. So yes, for Teck Resources. Now, NMX. I want to buy it's this time. Is it time? No, it's not time yet. It's neutral. I think you know, it's a stock that we have put among the list of stocks to be watched. You know what for this stock here, yes, I think you can buy that stock within this sideways formation. Histogram still tilting towards positive territory. MACD, the stochastics around 30%, which confirmed that there's a wave of buyers that's coming in. You have also the 10-day, which is in red, that is above the 30-day moving average, which is a good thing. Volumes are okay on a stock like that, around average. So yes, I think it's a time you can build up your long position on a stock like that. It's going to be neutral, but whenever we go below 20 cents, you get out on Nemaska Lithium. But to get in within this sideways formation, it's also a great strategy instead of waiting for the stock to confirm a breakout, because at 23 cents 50, it's going to be a breakout. But right now, to get it into a stock like that, put your exit points at 20 cents. I think it's also a great thing, Stefan. So nice pick for Nemaska Lithium. It's a stock definitely that is in an interesting situation to build up your long position.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above.
Now we have one question here from Sergio. Do you think the market will crash again? Well, Sergio, crash, you mean like 2008? I don't think so. We're not in those conditions to have a crash. We have the economy that's still growing, especially in the U.S. We had the GDP reading in the U.S. that came at a reading of 3.7%. That's better than estimates, so which is a good thing for the second quarter. We have the measures that have been adopted by the Chinese government, which is also something that will prop up the economy. The Eurozone countries, so far with what happened with Greece, with the deal that was made, a lot of countries are growing. I'm talking of Germany, France. Their IFO index for Germany, for instance, has rallied. So there are some positive things in the economy that are going on. So should we have a crash? I don't see why we should have a crash. Of course, there's some events, what are called black swan, that nobody could have think about or could have predicted, that can come out and create a wave of panic. But to have really a major crash, I doubt it. The financial system is safer. There are more rules, so banks do not take as much risk as they used to be before the crisis. So those are all some good things that can actually make sure that the economy is could continue its momentum. Now, is it going to be a growth that could allow the markets to make an all-time high? This is the million-dollar question. I don't think so, because I think that at a certain point, earnings are going to actually either stabilize or peak, not grow as they have done in the last 2 years. Now, technically speaking on the markets, well, we see that the Nasdaq has some potential before it reaches its 200-day moving average. Same thing too on the Dow Jones, which has some potential until it reaches its 30-day moving average. And same thing too on the SPY before we reach the 30-day and 200-day moving average. So yes, today's rebound we believe can continue, and if ever the rally continues today, we're gonna actually recommend some stocks in our analyst choice portfolio on marketgurus.tv. Now Z, why isn't HVI going up? Is it a buy sign? Well, HVI though, you have to take into account that HVI, it's usually the inverse of HVU. Now, HVU is losing 4%, almost 4%, while HVI is only surging by 2%. But there are so many aspects you have to take into account. I think HVI, it relates to the number of puts that are being bought on the SPY. So if people are not buying puts, HVI should go up. So if people are not protecting themselves, HVI should go up. Now, people are not buying, yes, they're bullish, but HVI is not surging as much. I think really it depends on how it's structured. I don't know the details of how HVI is structured, so I cannot say because HVI is not going up as much that it's a bad sign. I don't see a lot of volatility in the market. I see a slight rally that continues. Yes, it's positive. Yes, we're surging by 300 points on most indices, but it's not a heightened volatility where we have a lot of, like we had here, right? So for me, this is one of the reasons why we could explain why HVI is not going up as much. But is it a bad sign? For me, I think it's more how the ETF is structured. So I cannot say that it is a bad sign. Now, we do have weakening volume on HVI, but really we don't see a lot of buyers on that ETF for the moment. Now, James, can you please analyze PTK? Well, PTK, James, it's a typical stock where, look at this. It has reached its 30-day moving average, and since then, it is stabilizing. So for me, PTK is not a good time to buy that stock as long as it remains stocks between 107 and 87 cents, because those corresponds to those two moving average. I think that at those levels, it's more probable that we have some time of a stabilization phase on that stock. The only thing is that if ever we go slightly higher, maximum 118 on a stock like PTK, but I still see that there's a big downward trend that is there. So personally speaking, I think that what you should watch is to see if intraday wise, if the stock during the day can go above 104, you know that 118 is your target. If it doesn't, if it stay there, I think it's more due that the stock could stabilize for a while, and then whenever it goes above 108, 110, that will be a new entry point on a stock like PTK. But right now, to get into a stock like that after 3 days in a row where the stock has rallied to reach its 30-day moving average, I definitely don't think that it's a good time to buy a stock like that. So I'm gonna finish with the last questions here from Jocelyn. Is Copper Mountain a buy? So Jocelyn, I'm gonna repeat what I said earlier. If you want to consider a stock as a buy, take a look at the moving average. So Copper Mountain, what is it doing? 10-day moving average. The stock didn't go above its 10-day moving average. The stock needs to go above 68 cents to be a buy. Is it a buy right now at those levels? For me, no, because if it cannot go above its 10-day moving average, for me there's no potential. If it could go above 69, 70 cents, then I would say, okay, it's a buy, short term, 80 cents as a profit-taking opportunity, and 61 cents as an exit point. But it needs to go above 67, 68 cents, 69 cents to confirm an entry point, and so far it's not happening in Copper Mountain. So for those reasons, Jocelyn, Copper Mountain for me is not a buy. You're better off with a stock like Tech. that is so far going above its 10-day moving average and has some room to go before we reach the 30-day moving average. And this, for me, is one of the best pick compared to Copper Mountain, which is not a buy at the moment. Now, as for the best day trade of the day, it's a stock in the resources sector, of course, a stock in the coal sector. It's Peabody Energy. Gave us several entry points on that stock. So this has been our best day trade of the day. It's Peabody Energy. As I said, if you want access to the full list of stocks in the resources, copper, coal, solar, steel sector, I would say that you should definitely make the free trial of marketgurus.tv. So Jack, your questions, I'm going to take it tomorrow. And so far, folks, yes, there's a lot of buying opportunity on the resources sector. I've shown you the strategy you should favor to determine if a stock is a good buy or not. Look at with the moving average to give you the clue. And also, I think that if ever you had some positions among a bullish ETF yesterday, make sure that you can take some profits on that positions, because it's all about not being greedy, but to gradually increase your exposure on the resources sector, and make sure that whenever you can take some profit on them during the day, do so. If you have taken some profit during the day, hold on to the rest of your positions overnight, and that might turn out to be opportunities for swing trading. We believe that today's rally could continue in the next coming days if the markets maintain their gains during the late afternoon. So that said, see you tomorrow at 12:30 on the Swing Trading Show on DecisionPlus.com.